So that's how I've built a really big business by referral.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
I'd love to go into your second topic because people love referrals and they love making money as well. So building a business by referrals, let's expand what you mean and how you do it.
Yes, sir. So I'm a big believer in this and was taught early on. I attend the Ninja installation. There's a book on that as well. But Larry Kendall, a phenomenal leader in the real estate industry, has a training program called Ninja. So if you're interested in that, you should check it out. I travel to it. Phenomenal 4-day course. I've taken it 7 times now. And it really is about building a business and having a life, right? So I know people are hot on the buy leads, and if that's your business model, power to you. It never worked for me. I'm a face-to-face, in-person, build the relationship. That's for me. So the 36 million will close this year. Not one of those is an online lead, not one. It's all referrals from other agents and then our relationships that we've fostered with people that know us, like us, trust us. So, I have a number of my colleagues and friends here that spend an exorbitant amount on online leads and run phenomenal businesses. So I'm not poo-pooing that. But I prefer to sit down at the table or meet somebody at a house who they know I'm their agent because so-and-so referred me, right? And the way I do that, I have a lot of stuff systemized in my world. I subscribe to the Buffini CRM, so Brian Buffini CRM. I'm also coached by Buffini and Company, so huge believer in that. And really, so we're big. We do pop buys monthly. So that's one of my value propositions to my team. I prepare monthly pop buys with our executive assistant, helps with that. The ideas, just do really cute, fun things. And then we drop them off, gives us a chance to talk to clients, stay in front of them. I was actually listening to this morning, Brian Buffini and Lawrence Yoon, who's the chief economist at National Association of Realtors, just came out with their bold predictions for 2022. If you haven't listened to those, you need to go listen to those because they are always right. And that's part of us being the real estate advisors to our customers is knowing what's coming, right? What's happening to the market. Every holiday party I'm going to right now, people want to talk about the market. So I'm just getting all the information I can to, give them the most accurate, true information, right? And they actually said this morning, it's on a podcast. If you go, you can just Google it or go to Brian Buffini's podcast. But Lawrence Yoon said that 90%, the statistic for 2021 was 90% of clients would use their realtor again. So they had a positive experience, 90%. Yet after 1 year, 28% can't even remember their name, right?
Yep.
And so, and I can attest to this because every time I meet a client, either I'm there, they had a bad experience, they're coming to us or they're, why didn't you hire your realtor that sold you the house to sell it? Well, I don't remember their name, I'm like, they're magnets on the fridge. I'm staring at it, but it's really about, we're in a contact sport, right? This is contact. So how many people are you calling? Everybody says lead generation, prospecting. That feels too systematic for me, that terminology, right? So I just do client care calls. Hey, how you doing? How's the family? I send anniversary cards. My whole team is held accountable to writing 2 note cards a day. So I have a zillion addresses because I write so many note cards. I have 2 file cabinets just dedicated to note cards in my office for various occasions. I utilize social media mainly. I don't have a huge presence on social media, but I stalk social media, birthdays, anniversaries, who just had a baby, right? So we're just staying in touch with people. So a combination of automatic newsletters that are sent out through Buffini, and that's all, value. It's not even half of it's not about real estate. It's great art and science pieces. And then we do MailChimp mailers. The other big thing, and this is a ninja practice that I've adopted, is doing real estate reviews, right? So Ninja teaches that you go to your doctor every year for a checkup, right? You go to your dentist twice a year. You go to your ophthalmologist to have your eyes checked. Are we being real estate professionals in that respect in telling our clients? I sat down with an attorney client of mine recently, and he said, Schaefer, when we bought this house from you 8 years ago, we told you we were never moving. Why are you doing this? It's not about you moving. I know you're a businessman yourself. Don't you want to know what your assets are worth? So here's, I know your house. I know the updates you've made because I've stayed in touch with you over the last 8 years, invited myself over to see them. Here's what's happening in your neighborhood. And he goes, wow, I knew my home had gone up, but I didn't know that much. What do you owe on it, right? And these are quick. Sometimes I do them via Zoom. I always try to do them, stop by their offices, 10, 15 minutes. I don't take a lot of their time, but be the real estate professional and advisor. Don't just be transactional. Come back to your people and share with them so you can be the trusted advisor that we should be, right? Not just the one and done, we got our check, thanks. So that's how I've built a really big business by referral. I actually just sold the first house I ever sold in my business, just resold that house. So that was a big milestone in my career to come back down 9 years later and sell that client's house. And, that's really just focusing on building the business by referral. You'll never go awry that way because your name will just continue to expand in your market.
I think the big issue that a lot of people have with the referral side of things is it just takes time, right? Like building a good referral business, like doing a good job. And this is going to touch on your third topic, which we'll dive into as well. But
wait, don't go there yet. Don't go there
no,
yet.
I'm not going there yet. But what I wanted to touch on is that it takes time. So for example, we first thing actually, before I even say that, the terminology I was thinking, you're like old school at scale. This is how I'm defining what you do.
Yeah.
Like
grow slow.
Yeah.
But it's consistent. It's compounding. I love when you said, I invited myself over and showed them how much the value of their house has increased. Not like, hey, can I come over? No, you're like, I invited myself over. Let's do this. Strap on your seatbelts. Come on. Pony out, baby.
Yeah, the note cards. And that statistic, we speak about those statistics quite a lot about they would use them, but they don't because they forget. And is it within 2 years or however long, they even forget who the broker was. They can't even remember which broker they bought through anymore as well. And they're kind of scary because, if you just keep in touch with a lot of people, you will get their repeat business from them, which is what people want. And it's not very much effort to send them.
It's not even the repeat business, right? Because the average person is moving 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll come to me without question.
Your friends and family.
I want everybody they know. I want their coworkers. I want and we ask for business all the way through the transaction very strategically to give them permission. You have to think about how consumers work, right? They don't know how we work. You have to teach them and you have to ask for the business throughout the transaction. I'm not thinking of, they better use me next time when they go to sell this house I just sold them. I'm thinking about how many people can they send me? And that's back to the mindset piece because I can connect these two. And this is what I teach my brokers. You might grunt like, it's $150,000 house we're going to write in this market, 20 offers and lose 20 before we get the 21st offer, right? You don't know about their rich uncle that might come around to buy $1.5 million next summer, right? When they had a great experience with you. So don't focus on that transaction alone. Think about, and this is the manifestation and being intentional about manifesting what that can turn into for you. That's how you multiply. Absolutely. It is old school. Indeed.
So then, Ashley, I have a question. The reason why I didn't want to go into the next topic yet is because we talk about team, we talk about mindset, we talk about building a business by referrals. How much of your personal time are you spending on your personal production versus your team and your team's production? Like, how do you separate the two things? If you even do they intertwine? Because I know everybody listening is like, that's great, but how do I do this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I don't focus on my personal production the way that I used to, meaning, so we supply numbers every single week because our numbers are our scorecard, right? And so I'm always shocked just walking around my office and asking teams, where are you guys at this year? What will you do? Everybody has their goals set, but 95% of them's like, I don't know where we're at. I don't know. We're somewhere between here and here. You ask anybody on my team how many houses they've sold, any of their team members have sold, exactly what our production is, how much we have in pending. They know because we bring them a scorecard every single week. So if you're a team leader and you're not furnishing your team their numbers every week, I'm competitive by nature. I'm a pretty good skier, and so I'm pretty competitive in my ski world. And I'm competitive. And so if you're on my team, you have to be okay with competition, and those scorecards are a friendly competition. I don't focus on my own numbers anymore because of the way I structure my team. So I don't service buyers anymore. I'm strictly the sole listing agent on the team, and then the rest of the agents are the buyer brokers, and we have compensation and splits that are fair to make everybody content in that structure, and it allows us to kind of focus on our specialties. And so my numbers, so I would say 50% of my time, because I do still produce. So 50% of my time is focused on my business, my production, my client relations, right? So I time block 2 hours every morning where I make those calls. I write my note cards, writing anniversary cards, sending anything specific that a client asked for, or market statistics that I know a certain client's interested in. Maybe I talked to at a party last week or something. And so I spend 2 hours every day just really honing in on that. If I miss those 2 hours, because let's be honest, being structured is ideal, but you can't strive for perfection. You have to strive for, just moving the needle a little bit, 1% each day, right? Compound Effect, another great book. So
it's a good book.
It is a great book.
Do you ever feel like you're standing still?
Absolutely. Let's just get transparent and honest here. My entire team did not sell a house in the month of November. Okay. Not one single house in the entire month of November. Well, let's look back 90 days, right? Because that's what you have to look at. You're not producing right now. What were you doing 90 days?
I freaking love this. Let's dive.
So we looked back 90 days. Well, what was happening 90 days ago? We were in the highest producing months we'd ever had. Okay, October was our highest closed month we had ever had in the history of me as an individual agent or the Schaefer Group. So what were we doing? We were in our business. We weren't working on our business and getting prepped for the next 90 days, right? And this is why you have to get so strategic about how you divide your time and where you spend it. Because if you're worried about, negotiating repairs and, the client that calls you 15 times a day and wants to know why their property's not selling or whatever the case may be, you are not focusing in your business, and you will feel that 90 days from now. So what we try to do is not have these high peaks and valleys, but slow rolling hills, right? Where we really make sure that you're doing the combination. And that was the conversation with the team members. Hey, we didn't produce in November. What happened? We went back 90 days. Everyone was swamped, busy, taking buyers out that couldn't find houses, losing offer after offer. Everyone's energy was completely drained from those crazy late summer months. And so what do we do for next year? Well, next year you better believe I'm coming in August and September and bringing them in the office, and we will be prospecting together and working in our business in that month so we don't repeat the cycle.
God, that's crazy. So the highest month to 0 in 2 months.
It happens like that. It happens.
I always think,
Yep.
I always remember this saying. I don't drink that much anymore, but one of the things, so when I used to like a bit of a party, I'm not going to lie. And we always used to say, when you go out drinking, you just borrow the happiness from tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So that's what drinking is. You borrow happiness from tomorrow. So what you did is you took all of November's, piled them into October, got to November and went, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's funny that you bring up drinking, because we talk about that a lot. We have 2 members on our team that don't drink at all, and 2 of us that, have to keep each other in check. And that's exactly what drinking does. And I like a good party. I am the quintessential party girl. If I could just live on an island and sleep till 10 and stay up till 2, I'd be happy as a clam, drink all I want. But, and then when I find it creeping into my life, I just abstain. And that's where I'm at right now, a month strong. I just take it out of my life completely when it becomes an interference in any way.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.